Coach, I got to tell you, we envy you right now in that nice dry studio as we are at soggy and windy Gillette Stadium here in Foxborough, Mass. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Kansas City Chiefs and the New England Patriots. This will be taken in at the 1. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 29-yard line.
Yellow.
So we got man.
57. Hey, 15.
Sponge. No. Watch switch.
Now the first carry for Bryce Love. Room here to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
We're going to work.
23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Yellow.
What's the curl?
Yellow.
They'll run again with Love on first down. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On first down, here's Love. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Yellow.
Yo.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Now the Auburn product, Corey Grant. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And this crowd loves it as their guys hold on the opening drive.
On the double. Mike 1. Check tight end. Check tight. Say.
Pilot 64, weak. Let's go.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Let's go now.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line. A gain of 4. It's a second down.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Nice job there on the tackle, keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you. Keep it to short.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. That one goes for 30 yards.
Let's go.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. 2nd and 5. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Moody. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Let's go. Watch one.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4.
Switch.
61. Matchbox. Light.
2nd and 6. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Weather like this, always treacherous for kickers. A good sign early, though, as he's able to put that one through.
And you remember him right before the kick stomping around his area to make sure that things were going to hold for his plant foot, and it did.
And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Yellow.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 27. Mahomes going to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, now he'll try and chuck it deep left side. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off by Josh Jackson.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. Chris Jones on the stop.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll run it now out of the gun. This will go for 5 up to the 33.
Here we go. 90. Check 99.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Let's go. Here we go. Here we go.
They're going to look to throw. Going up top for Cup. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. An explosive 38-yard pickup.
And the Patriots first down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Watch the run. Undercrush. 66. Bullet high. Go. Get him. You got him. Ready, go.
They'll look to throw here. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. A run for Nick Chubb. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. Well, he's going to go for it all. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. And this one is right down the middle. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Now, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a two-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Steps away to his left. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang at Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now here's Mahomes, escaping the pressure right. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Patriots take over, and they're going to have terrific field position.
Sad Hut, 18 Gator. Blue Dark Orchid, Blue Dark Orchid. Cheetah, Cheetah. Ready.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Chubb. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. A third field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on third down. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's fourth down. It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. Now back to throw. That's to his running back, complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Patriots come up empty on fourth down. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
The last run got 6, now second and 4.
What we got? What we got? What we got?
Throwing now is Mahomes. He finds Hopkins complete. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. Buying time to his left, and this will be caught at the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
Fight on these two, fight on these two.
Defense, let's go. Kill. Check 31, check 31. Check 37. Check 30. 22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And his throw is incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
We want this. Attack, attack. Check the backer. We gotta go, baby.
Now it's Mahomes again, being chased out left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. And he completes it to Hunt. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards. A first trip to the red zone for KC. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Flushed out right. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now.
Incomplete on the throwaway. It's 2nd down and 10.
So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. So if you like field goals, this is your game. 6-3, 3 field goals at the break. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This will be taken in at the 1. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Here we go. Here we go. 60 orange. Charlie, watch 1. Watch the screen. And go.
He'll drop to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he's taken down inside the 30. 14 yards is the pickup there and a New England first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
Here we go. Set.
They'll set up a throw. And incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, Couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Darren Lee picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Penetration here. Let's get some penetration. Back.
Alert 3.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Dancing to his left. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Here's Nick Chubb as they try to fire up this run game. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Nick Chubb, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're in a 13-3 hole here now as they come up on first down. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Let's go. Let's bring it.
Now Mahomes. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
One of the things you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Mahomes now to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 36. There he goes, right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Patriots. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on.
Fine. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Forced out to his left. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Eluding and a big loss here as he's taken down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on fourth down. Here's Mahomes to throw. He is going to find Hill here. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what we thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
And not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the fourth.
Attack! Mike 8! Mike 8! I'm coming! Mike 8! Mike 8! Get ready! Get ready! Get ready!
Throwing again on second down. Mahomes flush to his right. And he's going to keep it here. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third. The Chiefs on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
15. Hey, 57 colors, 57 colors.
Mike 8!
Hey, watch it.
Who? Mike 8! Mike 8! Exit! Exit!
They'll drop to throw. Completes it to Hardman. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. Mahomes now on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Mahomes going to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
For a rookie first-rounder, he's made a huge impact on this defense, but that tells me that they had a plan for him when they drafted him. Just turn him loose, do what you do best, go get the quarterback.
After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Buying time to his left. They complete it to Hill. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Yellow. Go on, Eddie.
Run. Wide. Get wide. You go tight. You got tight.
Mahomes now on first down, escaping the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down and a 21-yard gain. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look for a late touchdown. On 2nd down, it's Grant. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And the question now, can the Patriot defense hold firm again on 3rd and goal? Now here's Mahomes. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs are able to draw a bit closer.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day. Rush in. Rush in.
Protein spill. Alpha.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted. As I watch that play unfold, stereotypes were being broken left and right. As a corner, you're often back there guarding against the pass. But how about that diagnosis and read and getting into the backfield and making a nice play and a tackle?
Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Don't get nervous.
To throw is Mahomes, being chased out left. He's going to take it. Oh, no, he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Mike 57, let's go.
Stop your whining. Mike 55. Mike 55. I'm scared. Bang, 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 bang. Come back.
Now Mahomes. Stepping up, he'll try and run. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. Back to throw, Mahomes. Dancing to his left. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31.
Every time, it's a set. Come on.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But